Just about everyone we talked to from the state level on down agreed this shortage is a serious problem. And many agreed on one of the main issues driving it. Where they disagreed was on what the solution looks like. To stay competitive with other departments, Byron Police Chief Wesley Cannon says his force needs more money for one specific purpose.
If you need more people applying for these positions, do you need to raise the initial salary?
Yes, you do.
Ryan Powell, the Deputy Executive Director of the statewide agency that accredits and tracks all of Georgia's law enforcement officers, agrees.
Is it fair to say starting pay is one of the biggest issues?
Without a doubt.
Chief Cannon says funds at the local level, especially in communities like Byron, are tight. According to him, starting pay for entry-level officers there is just shy of $15 per hour.
We're a small community. Our tax base is only so much.
The mayor there, Larry Collins, says under the right circumstances, help from the state would be welcome.
Yes, I would like for the state to subsidize officer pay.
Byron State Representative Robert Dickey acknowledged that the state does subsidize teacher pay.
But we have traditionally shared in that funding for education in our state, local component and a state component.
But he said law enforcement pay is an issue that should be handled by local leaders.
It's always been their responsibility, and I hate to get the state involved in running things that's always been a local issue.
Warner Robins State Rep Heath Clark, who sits on the Public Safety Committee, agrees.
You know, the beauty of our system is local governments get to set their priorities.
Instead of directly funding officers and deputies, Clark touted programs to funnel cash back to local governments through other means, like a revamped internet sales tax. While Dickey said he's working on legislation to send more money to the state's mental health and addiction treatment programs, something he believes will take part of the burden off local officers. Meanwhile, Chief Cannon says for Byron Police, a lot of the answer comes down to cash.
It's harder for an agency like us to stay competitive with the surrounding agencies when their pockets are so much deeper.
Dickey acknowledged the challenge and said he'll take the issue to the Capitol.
This is prompting me to really go back to Atlanta and start having some other conversations with other legislators.
And Byron's mayor said local officials there are working on fitting a police pay raise into next year's budget. Chief Cannon said he's unsure if the state should subsidize officer pay or not. But one thing he is sure of, help has to come from somewhere.
Yes, I need some kind of help.
And until something concrete arrives, he and other chiefs and sheriffs just like him are left waiting.
It's really starting to scare me. You have to have police officers on the street.
The question is, will something be done, or will those in power look past the warning lights? For 13 Investigates, I'm Zach Merchant.